Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing this quick get ready with me. So if you are interested in watching, then stay tuned. I'm going to be moisturizing my face with the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. Then I will be taking the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer. This was my first time using this primer and I absolutely loved it. My makeup stayed on all day. Then I'll be taking the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. And I'm going to be applying that on the center of my face just to minimize my pores. Then I'll be taking the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Pro Concealer Palette and taking the reddish shade and applying that under my eyes just to hide my dark circles. Then I'll be taking the green shade and applying that on my imperfections just for any acne scars. Then I will be mixing my two favorite foundations, which are the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation and the Makeup Forever HD one, and applying that with my Real Techniques sponge, which applies flawlessly. After that, I'm taking the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, and also it was my first time using this concealer and it's become an obsession for me. And I'm going to be applying that on the sides of my mouth, on my nose, on my forehead, and all that good stuff. That's my husband walking in from work. And applying that under my eyes as well. Let's not forget under the eyes. Yeah, he wanted to say hi to the camera. I love how the concealer looks. It's so full coverage, so intense. It's amazing. Then I'm going to be setting everything with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. For contouring, I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Shade Light palette and just mixing all the contour shades because it's pretty beat up, and applying that on the hollow parts of my cheeks and on my forehead, and contouring my nose as well. Then I'm going to be taking the NYX powder in the shade Banana, and I'm going to be applying that under the contour just to make it more sharp, and on my forehead and under my eyes just for that highlighted look. For blush, I will be taking the Makeup Revolution in the shade New Rules. This blush is very intense, but a little bit goes a long way. Then I will be taking the Tarteist Pro Glow palette and mixing the shades, Fire and Stunner for that beautiful highlighted look. And applying that, and then I'm going to be taking off the excess of the NYX powder. Then I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. For brows, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Total Temptation brow definer in deep brown, and I'm going to be just brushing out the brows and applying the pencil on any sparse areas that I have, and give it a bit more definition and more shape. Then I'll be taking the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Chocolate and just defining my brows a little bit more, shaping them how I want them to look. And for the last step, I'm going to be taking the brow gel and applying the darker shade and the middle shade and just setting, everything together. Then to clean them off, I'm going to be taking a concealer and just apply it with a flat brush, just so that it could look a little bit better. For my eyes, I will be taking the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette and applying the color Rolling in Dough just for a base. Then I'm going to be taking the Jaclyn Hill palette and applying kind of like the mustardy shade and the light brown and mixing them together for a transition shade. And just taking my time blending them out. I gradually starting adding a little bit more color to it because I like that intense look. Then I went back to the Too Faced palette and I took the color Cocoa Truffle, which is a dark brown chocolatey shade, and applied that below the transition colors. And blend. After that, I took my flat brush again and I took a concealer to just clean off my lid area for some shadows. This helps the shadows pop. I took the color Famous, which is a beautiful shimmery gold shade, and applied it with a brush and also with my finger. I believe with my finger it applied better. And then I took the color Gold Dipped, which is kind of like a brighter gold, and applied that on the center of the lid. And I took more of that Cocoa Truffle shade just for the intensity not to go down, and blended a lot out. My camera died in this point, so I decided to apply the Cocoa Truffle on my lower lash line, and for my liquid liner I used the Stila Stay All Day waterproof eyeliner. I think that's what it's called. Yes. And then for my liner, I used the Milani Easy Liner retractable pencil in the color black and apply that on my waterline. And for mascara, I used the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara just to prep it for falsies. And that's the finished eye look. And for my lipstick, I used the ColourPop Love Bug. And yes, I love how this look turned out. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!